Max, we are now going to we're now going to get into a little segment we're going to call buy or sell.
I've never heard of this concept before. How does it work?
So essentially, we've got 5 questions, five statements.
Okay.
Five statements, and those statements we're going to say either we are buying those statements, meaning that we agree with them, that is going to happen, or we're going to sell those statements, saying that we disagree and we don't think that that's going to happen. And so we've got 5 of them. I think they're rather compelling.
I think so. But I will happily pose them to you.
Yes. So we've got 5 of them. Here we go. Buy or sell. Max Thompson, the first topic on buy or sell.
Buy or sell.
Yeah.
More than 3 teams will repeat as Texas high school football champs.
Well, let's see. How many repeated last year? So there were no repeats in 6A. There were no repeats in 5A. Were there any in 4A? There were no repeats in 4A. There were no repeats in 3A. No, Wascom repeated.
There you go.
Repeated.
Yep.
Canadian repeated. Bremond repeated.
Right.
So that's 3. Plus, there were no, and then there were no. We're all going to keep it to public schools.
Right.
And then there were no 6-man repeats because Richland Springs and Abbott beat Kroll.
Yes. Correct.
So the question is, are there going to be more than there were last year? And I'm going to say no.
So you're selling.
I'm selling.
Okay.
I'm going to sell this topic. I think that 6A is very wide open. Let's put it this way. I think 6A and 5A, it's very hard to repeat.
Yes.
And it's extremely hard to repeat. And looking at what the champs bring back, the smart play would be to say no, nobody in 6A or 5A is going to repeat. Okay?
Which isn't to say
Cedar
Park could do it.
Cedar Park could.
Westlake, well, they didn't win. North Shore
could do it. Maybe.
North Shore could do it.
North Shore could do it.
Yeah. They got a lot of
Katy
key
certainly
players.
could. Katie's probably your best bet in 6A or 5A.
Katy probably, yeah.
Where you're going to be relying on to get to 4, which is basically the question, or 4 is on the smaller school ranks. Yeah. I think Richland Springs is a great chance to repeat.
Absolutely.
So there's 1.
Bremond.
I think Bremond's got a great chance to repeat.
Yeah.
Canadian moved up, so that's going to be difficult.
Right.
Wascom loses a ton. It's going to be difficult. Who won the other 3A title?
West Orange Stark.
That's 4A. So West Orange,
I thought you were saying.
So West Orange Stark's got a shot.
Right. I thought you were talking anyone below
Brock.
5A.
Brock is the other one.
Brock has a good shot?
Brock does have a shot, but I think that right now I would count to exactly 3. So saying more than 3.
More than 3 is pretty rich.
Because that's the thing, is that then you're saying basically a full 1/4 of the Texas high school football public school state champions are going to repeat, and I don't know if I'm willing to take that risk. I think the you know how when you bet in Vegas, you bet on a specific player in like a golf tournament, or you bet on the field.
Right.
I'd rather take the field
in this case,
especially in the big school ranks, because the big school ranks look like they're going to be so deep this year.
I feel pretty good about saying 3.
Yeah,
but not more than 3.
4. That's why I think that was a good question. Good question, Max.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, no, yes.
That's our first one. So
I worked really hard.
So are
on
we
these.
both selling?
Yeah, we're both selling.
More than 3 state champion or teams will repeat as state champions in Texas high school football. We are selling that. Max,
all right.
What's next?
I feel like this is the easiest one, but maybe it's just me. Buy or sell. A Texas team will play in a New Year's 6 bowl.
So last year there was one.
Yep.
Right. That was Houston. Houston played and won the Peach Bowl. So the question is there going to be another team that gets to a New Year's 6 bowl? The clear, not clear, but I think the favorites to do this would be Houston. But they also have the toughest. They also have the highest bar to reach.
Yes.
In order to get
they
there.
have to win the most games to get there.
They have to win the most games. So you're asking more from them, or you're talking about probably TCU.
TCU. Yeah, this is the first one that came to mind for me. I thought.
So Houston,
TCU,
or TCU would be your. I'm going to say I'm selling.
I'm buying.
You are.
I'm
Why
buying.
is that?
I just think one of them can do it.
You think one of those, either Houston or TCU, is going to make
it?
it?
Yeah. Or UTEP.
Or UTEP. Aaron Jones is back, baby.
Aaron Jones is back, baby.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna sell it.
Yeah.
That's not to say that they're not going to go to very good bowls, but I don't know. I've still got questions about how Houston's rebuilding their secondary. I still have questions about who's going to catch the ball for Houston. And I think they are. I think you're right that they're the best team in Texas.
Yeah.
But they also have the highest requirement to get into a New Year's Six bowl.
Right. You could see TCU losing more games, but because of being in a Power 5, they'll find a way.
And the other thing about Houston is that if they drop that like right out of the gate, if they
any of the Big 12 teams, to be fair.
Yeah. But if Houston drops that game against Oklahoma in the opener,
then
the climb gets even steeper for them. So I'm going to sell for now with the
I'm buying.
caveat that I am willing to.
You're
change
an
my
idiot.
investment.
I'm buying.
That's fine.
That's fine. Buy or sell. The greater Austin area will win more than one state title.
So we really like Lake Travis, right?
Of course.
We really like Lake Travis to
Westlake
win.
will be very good again.
Westlake has a chance, I think, to win a state title as well. But there's only 2 titles
Cedar
there.
Park.
Cedar Park, of course. I think I'm going to sell it. I think they're getting 1.
If you want to reach, correct. If you really want to reach and you want to include a school like LaGrange or schools like Blanco,
then
maybe your odds go up. But I still think one is it.
I think the spirit of the question would be asking about big schools, right? 6A and 5A, because that's what the greater Austin area generally consists of.
Right.
There are others, but I think that Lake Travis would be the team that I would be most confident in.
Yeah.
But basically, you're asking them to more or less. The other thing about Lake Travis is that Lake Travis and Westlake, we have them projected both go to Division I, which means that they both can't win a title in that theory. In that theory, so I'm going to sell for now. I do think they probably get 1, but I'm not sure that I'm comfortable saying they're going to get 2. So I've gone sell. This is bad for me.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm selling. I still 1 makes sense, but boy, 2 is not easy. As good as Cedar Park is, as good as a school like Vandergrift is, as good as Vista Ridge is. It's a tough road.
Yeah. Okay. So what's next?
Buy or sell. A number 1 team in DCTF's rankings will lose in week 1.
Oh boy. So basically, what we're now asking about is that whether or not our number 1 teams would be Lake Travis. Yep. Let's go through these one by one. Actually, that's a really dumb way of doing it, Greg. What are you doing, you dumb? Stop
you
being
idiot.
Stop being a dumb.
You're so stupid.
Dumb.
You're such an idiot.
All right. So let's see. So Lake Travis is our number 1 team in Class 6A. Boy, we're talking a lot about Lake Travis today. Lake Travis.
They open with Judson. Correct?
Opens the year against Judson.
Yeah.
Tough matchup.
That's a tough game, man.
Tough matchup.
Julon Williams is no spring chicken. He knows what he's doing.
That is going to be very tough. Right now, I want to dive more into it, but let's call that a maybe, right?
Okay.
That's a maybe.
All right.
Denton Ryan.
Yep.
Denton Ryan will be the next team. Denton Ryan opens up the year. Man, I really should have had this prepared.
Yeah, it's a little weird that you didn't do more research.
Denton Ryan opens at Lancaster. Another game that's maybe 50-50, right? You know, it's going to be a very tough game. 4A. Okay. Oh my gosh, this is going terribly. All right. Argyle opens the year with Lucas Lovejoy. Great game. I'm probably taking Argyle in that game, but they do open the year with Lucas Lovejoy. I'm probably going to take them. Okay. West Orange Stark. West Orange Stark opens against Nederland. That is a 5A team, so it's a 5A against a 4A. Yeah. But I do think that West Orange Stark's probably your favorite there. 3A. Yeah. Our 3A previews. By the way, you're listening to live coverage of me flipping like a maniac through Dave Campbell.
Well, it's because I surprised you with these questions. I kept you in the dark.
They open with Van. Mineola opens with Van. Not a bad matchup, but I would probably lean towards Mineola. Yeah. Okay. Newton opens at home against Kirbyville. That's a D1 versus a D2, but I still think Newton's probably your favorite there. Right. Kirbyville ain't lunch meat at all.
No, not at all. Kirbyville's a good program.
I don't know who Refurio's playing, but I'm going to pick Refurio. Let's see. Who are they playing? They're playing Hebronville. They're going to beat Hebronville. And then the other one would be Bremond. Let's see who Bremond plays in week 1. And we're only going to go through the 11-man here. So Bremond plays Whitewright. They're going to beat Whitewright. Okay? So basically what you're asking is Lake Travis to lose to Converse Judson or Denton Ryan to lose to Lancaster. I would say I'm going to buy. I think one of those teams is going down. I think either Lake Travis or Denton Ryan is dropping that first game. Because to me, those are more or less coin flip type games. And I think that the odds in that sense would lean towards at least one of them dropping, because then you need 3 out of if they're true coin flips, which right now I'd say they are. If they're true coin flips, then 3 out of 4 possible results come out. So the odds would be in favor. So I'm going to buy that.
Coach Gilbert is going to send you a fruit basket.
I know,
for believing in him.
He will. I believe in Lancaster.
Always
got talent, and I think that.
I
think Denton Ryan's been. There's a possibility Denton Ryan's been reading a lot of their own press clippings, a lot of which have come from us.
Right. No.
You're going to sell?
I'm selling.
Okay. Interesting.
I don't see. I could see maybe West Orange Stark having some problems with a 5A. They did last year with Richmond Foster. But I'm selling.
All right. So. Last one, Max.
All right. Buy or sell. A Texas college football player will be a Heisman finalist.
Buy.
You're buying.
Buy. I think that there are too many quality players, individual players. Mm-hmm. The only question is, are their teams going to be good enough to get them there? Because right now, I think that you've got guys in Greg Ward Jr.
Yep.
I think you've got guys in Myles Garrett.
Yep.
You've got guys in Pat Mahomes.
Right.
If he has a big comeback year, I think you could say Seth Russell's got a shot.
Sure.
If they're good enough.
Sure.
There are guys out there that could be the guy and could end up kind of vaulting up there. And I'll say that obviously the odds of this gets better if they invite 5 instead of 3. But I do think let's put it this way, I think Greg Ward Jr. is going to be there. I'm willing to go out on that limb. I think Greg Ward Jr. is going to be there. I think there's a decent chance that Pat Mahomes is there. I think that those two guys will put up the numbers and their teams will be good enough to get them to New York. One of them.
I think we have a number of players talented enough to be a Heisman finalist. However, Heisman voting always skews towards teams that win a lot.
Yeah.
Which means the former Texas high school football player with the best chance to be there is Baker Mayfield.
Yes.
Who enters the season with lots of Heisman hype anyway.
Yes.
And I would say the state's best chance is Greg Ward Jr.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. I think that's exactly right. The state's best chance is probably Greg Ward Jr.
But if you're asking me buy or sell, sell.
Okay, you're saying no.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I mean, you got to think who are the Heisman favorites? Leonard Fournette at LSU. Baker Mayfield's got to be up there.
Christian McCaffrey, who should have won it last year.
Stanford.
Dalvin Cook, who should have won it last year.
Mm-hmm.
It's not
whoever the next Alabama running back is.
It's just the voting is going to skew for the bigger schools having success. It's not because I think Houston's going to lose 4 games. I just think even if Houston goes undefeated, it'll be hard for Greg Ward to get there if 3 of those guys are having great years at programs that lose 1 or fewer games.
I think that's sound. I just think you're wrong. So that's buy or sell.
That's fine.